LeeWards Creative Crafts was an American crafts and fabrics retailer that opened in 1947 and closed in 1994. Thank you for your suggestion.
LeeWards, what a way to create!
Why not make it yourself? Let yourself go creatively. Make things, paint things, create like a pro. We've got workshops, demonstrations, special classes, and thousands of craft items. It's Rug Crafting Week at LeeWards. You can save up to $28 this week only because the rug base is free when you purchase the pre-cut yarn to complete. We're at Hampton Avenue, east of Valley Highway.
LeeWards was founded in Elgin, Illinois in 1947. The company can trace its roots back to the early 1900s when the Western Thread Company, a job dyer for the myriad of General Textile Mills, relocated to Elgin, Illinois and opened its doors for business. Seeing the potential of this company, which could produce yarn of the same color quality of overseas brands, Albert B. Collingborn left his job at the Richardson Silk Company and joined the firm. It wasn't long before he acquired a controlling interest in the company, and the name was changed to Collingborn Mills, Inc. The name Virginia Snow first began appearing in connection with the mill around 1913. In 1926, Mr. Collingborn decided to build a separate factory next to the main plant, known as the Virginia Snow Studios. This modern needlework plant was created to increase interest in the use of the Collingborn mills. Collingborn purchased the Dexter Yarn Company of Pawtucket, Rhode Island. With that purchase, they introduced a new line of embroidery and quilt-related needlework products, such as stamped quilt squares and pieced quilt patterns, booklets, and quilt patches. Small boxes of fabrics were added to the Virginia Snow Studios line, and the name Grandma Dexter was born. By the late 1930s, the Depression had taken its toll on the Collingborn mills, and some tough choices had to be made. The company was sold, and the name changed to Dexter Threads Mill, Inc. The company would be purchased by Rudy Petzelt, who officially changed it to Dexter Threads Mill, Inc. Petzelt would only hold on to the company for a few years before selling the company to Sidney Fink and Ralph Freed. Seeing the potential for a mail-order business and an interest in crafts by the baby boomer generation, Sidney Fink and Ralph Freed purchased Dexter Thread Mills, Inc. and changed the name to LeeWards, a name and a business which would become famous with the quilt, hobby, and needlework crowd throughout the United States. The first LeeWards catalog was mailed to 25,000 households in the fall of 1950. Steadily increasing orders, which came to include a wide variety of hobby merchandise, led them to open a factory outlet store. LeeWards became a household name in the needlework and craft industry. Its business expanded, and by 1969, LeeWards was purchased by General Mills. The company consisted of a mail-order operation, a retail store, and about 350 employees during their busy season. The retail chain would soon expand nationwide and would change ownership again when it was purchased by the Munford Inc. in August of 1985. By the 1980s and early 1990s, LeeWards was competing against another craft store giant, Michaels, who was based in Dallas, Texas. During that time, the strategy was to cover as much territory as possible with Michaels stores before competitors had the time to catch up. In 1994, any hope of catching the Irving-based retailer was lost as Michaels completed an unprecedented year of physical growth by increasing its store count more than 70%. That year alone, Michaels began acquiring many chains nationwide, and by July of 1994, LeeWards was added to that list. The acquisition was seen as a business strategy. That July, Michaels acquired LeeWards Creative Crafts, Inc., which was by then a 101-unit chain of arts and crafts stores that gave Michaels solid footing in the Midwest and Northeastern markets, areas where the company had achieved scant market penetration. At the time it was purchased, LeeWards had over 2,500 employees and 101 retail specialty craft stores nationwide. The LeeWards name was dropped in favor of Michaels. So what do you remember about this place? Leave a comment or a suggestion for a future video below. And if you haven't already, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.